Struggling to pass your theory test on the first try? Congratulations! You've found the right channel. We're dedicated to providing you with everything you need to prepare confidently for your test. Today, we'll go through 100 essential mock test questions, with the last 10 questions absolutely crucial for your success. So, stick around until the end. Let's dive in and get started. Question 1. What should you do before making a U-turn? Answer is C. Look over your shoulder for a final check. If you have to make a U-turn, slow down and ensure that the road is clear in both directions. Make sure that the road is wide enough for you to carry out the maneuver safely. Use your mirrors and look round to check it's safe before turning across the road. Question 2. You're waiting to turn right at the end of a road. What should you do if your view is obstructed by parked vehicles? Answer is B. Stop and then move forward slowly and carefully for a clear view. At junctions, your view is often restricted by buildings, trees, or parked cars. You need to be able to see in order to judge a safe gap. Edge forward slowly and keep looking all the time. Don't cause other road users to change speed or direction as you emerge. Question 3. You're driving your car. When may you use a handheld mobile phone? Answer is B. When you've parked safely. It's illegal to use a handheld mobile phone while you're driving, except in a genuine emergency. Even using a hands-free kit can distract your attention. Park in a safe and convenient place before receiving or making a call or using text messaging. Then you'll also be free to take notes or refer to papers. Question 4. Which vehicle will use a blue flashing beacon? Answer is C. Bomb disposal. Emergency vehicles use blue flashing lights. If you see or hear one, move out of its way as soon as it's safe and legal to do so. Question 5. What style of driving causes increased risk to everyone? Answer is C. Competitive. Competitive driving increases the risks to everyone and is the opposite of responsible, considerate, and defensive driving. Defensive driving is about questioning the actions of other road users and being prepared for the unexpected. Don't be taken by surprise. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. And you want to support us, you just go to our channel and click on the join button to join our channel membership, link in the description. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 6. Why is it a good idea to plan your journey to avoid busy times? Answer is D. You'll have an easier journey. No one likes to spend time in traffic queues. Try to avoid busy times related to school or work travel. Question 7. What can be damaged if you turn the steering wheel when the car isn't moving? Answer is B. The tires. Turning the steering wheel when the car isn't moving is known as dry steering. It can cause unnecessary wear to the tires and steering mechanism. Question 8. What may help to deter a thief from stealing your car? Answer is D. Etching the registration number on the windows. Having your car registration number etched on all your windows is a cheap and effective way to deter professional car thieves. Question 9. How will you benefit from following the manufacturer's service schedule for your vehicle? Answer is B. Your vehicle will remain reliable. All vehicles need to be serviced to keep working efficiently. An efficient engine uses less fuel and produces fewer harmful emissions than an engine that's running inefficiently. Keeping the vehicle serviced to the manufacturer's schedule should also keep it reliable and reduce the chance of it breaking down. Question 10. How can you help to prevent your car radio being stolen? Answer is D. Install a security-coded radio. A security-coded radio can deter thieves, as it's likely to be of little use when removed from the vehicle. Question 11. You're driving in freezing conditions. What should you do as you approach a sharp bend? Answer is D. Slow down gently. Harsh use of the accelerator, brakes, or steering is likely to lead to skidding, especially on slippery surfaces. Avoid steering and braking at the same time. In icy conditions, it's very important that you constantly assess what's ahead so that you can take appropriate action in plenty of time. Question 12. What type of vehicle could you expect to meet in the middle of the road? Answer is A. Lorry. The highest point of the bridge is in the center, so a large vehicle might have to move to the center of the road to have enough room to pass safely under the bridge. Question 13. What should you do as you approach this overhead bridge? Answer is C. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. Oncoming large vehicles may need to move to the middle of the road to pass safely under the bridge. There won't be enough room for you to continue, so you should be ready to stop and wait. Question 14. You're behind this cyclist. When the traffic lights change, what should you do? Answer is D. Allow the cyclist time and room. Hold back and allow the cyclist to move off. Some junctions have special areas marked across the front of the traffic lane. These allow cyclists to wait for the lights to change and move off ahead of other traffic. Question 15. You intend to turn left at the traffic lights. What should you do just before turning? Answer is B. Check for bicycles on your left. If you've been in a queue of traffic and are about to turn left, check your near side for cyclists, as they often filter past on the near side of slow-moving or stationary vehicles. Question 16. You're about to drive your car. What should you do if you can't find the glasses you need to wear? Answer is C. Find a way of getting home without driving. If you need to wear glasses for driving, it's illegal to drive without them. You must be able to see clearly when you're driving. Question 17. What hazard should you be especially aware of if you're turning left into a side road? Answer is D. Pedestrians. Make sure that you've reduced your speed and are in the correct gear for the turn. Look into the road before you turn and always give way to any pedestrians who are crossing. Question 18. Which vehicle should you allow extra room as you overtake them? Answer is C. Bicycle. Don't pass cyclists too closely, as they may need to veer around a pothole, drain, or other hazard, be buffeted by side wind, or be made unsteady by your vehicle. Always leave as much room as you would for a car, and don't cut in front of them. Question 19. A horse rider is in the left-hand lane approaching a roundabout. Where should you expect the rider to go? Answer is D. In any direction. Horses and their riders move more slowly than other road users. They might not have time to cut across heavy traffic to take up a position in the right-hand lane. For this reason, a horse and rider may approach a roundabout in the left-hand lane even though they're turning right. Question 20. At night, what does it mean if you see a pedestrian wearing reflective clothing and carrying a bright red light? Answer is A. You're approaching an organized walk. The people on the walk should be keeping to the left, but don't assume this. Pass carefully, making sure you have time to do so safely. Be aware that the pedestrians have their backs to you and may not know that you're there. Question 21. You're driving towards a zebra crossing. What should you do if a person in a wheelchair is waiting to cross? Answer is C. Be prepared to stop. You should slow down and be prepared to stop, as you would for an able-bodied person. Don't wave them across, as other traffic may not stop. Question 22. Which vehicles are least likely to be affected by side wind? Answer is C. Cars. Although cars are the least likely to be affected, side winds can take anyone by surprise. This is most likely to happen after overtaking a large vehicle, when passing gaps between hedges or buildings, and on exposed sections of road. Question 23. Why is it more difficult to overtake a large vehicle than a car? Answer is B. It will take longer to overtake a large vehicle. Depending on relative speed, it will usually take you longer to pass a lorry than other vehicles. Hazards to watch for include oncoming traffic, junctions ahead, bends or dips that could restrict your view, and signs or road markings that prohibit overtaking. Make sure you can see that it's safe to complete the maneuver before you start to overtake. Question 24. You're driving in heavy traffic on a wet road. Which lights should you use if there's a lot of surface spray? Answer is D. Dipped headlights. You must make sure that other road users can see you, but you don't want to dazzle them. Use your dipped headlights during the day if visibility is poor. If visibility falls below 100 meters, 328 feet, you may use your rear fog lights, but don't forget to turn them off when the visibility improves. Question 25. What should you do if you have to make a journey in foggy conditions? Answer is D. Leave plenty of time for your journey. If you're planning to make a journey when it's foggy, listen to the weather reports. If visibility is very poor, avoid making unnecessary journeys. If you do travel, leave plenty of time, and if someone is waiting for you to arrive, let them know that your journey will take longer than normal. This will also take off any pressure you may feel to rush. Question 26. Your car gets a puncture while you're driving on the motorway. What should you do when you've stopped on the hard shoulder? Answer is A. Use an emergency telephone and call for help. Park as far to the left as you can and leave the vehicle by the near side door. Don't attempt even simple repairs. Instead, walk to an emergency telephone on your side of the road and phone for help. While waiting for help to arrive, stay by your car, keeping well away from the carriageway and hard shoulder. Question 27. What's the national speed limit for cars and motorcycles on a dual carriageway? Answer is D. 70 miles per hour. Make sure that you know the speed limit for the road that you're on. The speed limit on a dual carriageway or motorway is 70 miles per hour for cars and motorcycles, unless signs indicate otherwise. The speed limits for different types of vehicle are listed in the Highway Code. Question 28. When may you enter a box junction? Answer is A. When your exit road is clear. Yellow box junctions are marked on the road to prevent the road becoming blocked. Don't enter the box unless your exit road is clear. You may wait in the box if you want to turn right and your exit road is clear, but oncoming traffic or other vehicles waiting to turn right are preventing you from making the turn. Question 29. Who is authorized to signal you to stop? Answer is D. A police officer. You must obey signals to stop given by police and traffic officers, traffic wardens, and school crossing patrols. Failure to do so is an offense and could lead to prosecution. Question 30. You want to park and you see this sign. What should you do on the days and times shown? Answer is D. Park in a bay and pay. Parking restrictions apply in a variety of places and situations. Make sure you know the rules and understand where and when restrictions apply. Controlled parking areas will be indicated by signs and road markings. Parking in the wrong place could cause an obstruction and danger to other traffic. It can also result in a fine. Question 31. You want to turn right at a box junction. What should you do if there's oncoming traffic? Answer is A. Wait in the box junction if your exit is clear. You can wait in the box junction as long as your exit is clear. At some point there'll be a gap in the oncoming traffic, or the traffic lights will change, allowing you to proceed. Question 32. What does this sign mean? Answer is A. Waiting restrictions apply. There'll be a plate or additional sign to tell you when the restrictions apply. Question 33. What messages are given by circular traffic signs that have a blue background? Answer is B. They give mandatory instructions. Signs with blue circles generally give mandatory instruction. These are often found in urban areas and include signs for mini roundabouts and directional arrows. Question 34. What does this traffic sign mean? Answer is C. Danger ahead. This sign is there to alert you to the likelihood of danger ahead. It may be accompanied by a plate indicating the type of hazard. Be ready to reduce your speed and take avoiding action. Question 35. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. Steep hill downwards. This sign gives you an early warning that the road ahead will slope downhill. Prepare to alter your speed and gear. Looking at the sign from left to right will show you whether the road slopes uphill or downhill. Question 36. Other drivers may sometimes flash their headlights at you. What's the official meaning of this signal? Answer is C. They're warning you of their presence. If other drivers flash their headlights, this isn't a signal to show priority. The flashing of headlights has the same meaning as sounding the horn. It's a warning of their presence. Question 37. Which sign informs you that you're coming to a no-through road? Answer is C. This sign is found at the entrance to a road that can only be used for access. Question 38. What should you do when you're approaching traffic lights that have red and amber showing together? Answer is D. Wait for the green light. Be aware that other traffic might still be clearing the junction as you approach. A green light means you may go on, but only if the way is clear. Question 39. What's a statutory off-road notification, SORN? Answer is B. A notification to tell DVLA that a vehicle isn't being used on the road. If you want to keep a vehicle untaxed and off the public road, you must make SORN. It's an offence not to do so. Your SORN is valid until your vehicle is taxed, sold, or scrapped. Question 40. What do you need before you can legally use a motor vehicle on the road? Answer is A. An appropriate driving license. Using a motor vehicle on the road illegally carries a heavy fine and can lead to penalty points on your driving license. You must hold a valid driving license for the class of vehicle you're using and be insured to drive the vehicle. If required, the vehicle must have a current MOT test certificate and be taxed for use on the road. Question 41. What legal requirement must be met by a newly qualified driver? Answer is D. They must have valid motor insurance. It's your responsibility to make sure you're properly insured for the vehicle you're driving. This is the case regardless of whether you're a newly qualified driver or one with more experience. Question 42. When must you contact the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, DVSA? Answer is C. When you change your vehicle. DVSA needs to keep its records up to date. It sends out a reminder when a vehicle's tax is due for renewal. To do this, it needs to know the name and address of the registered keeper. Every vehicle in the country is registered, so it's possible to trace its history. Question 43. You arrive at the scene of a motorcycle crash. No other vehicle is involved. The rider is unconscious and lying in the middle of the road. What's the first thing you should do at the scene? Answer is A. Warn other traffic. The motorcyclist is in an extremely vulnerable position, exposed to further danger from traffic. Approaching vehicles need advance warning in order to slow down and safely take avoiding action or stop. Don't put yourself or anyone else at risk. Use the hazard warning lights on your vehicle to alert other road users to the danger. Question 44. At an incident, someone is suffering from severe burns. How could you help them? Answer is A. Douse the burns with clean, cool water. Your priority is to cool the burns with clean, cool water. Its coolness will help take the heat out of the burns and relieve the pain. Keep the wound doused for at least 20 minutes. If blisters appear, don't attempt to burst them, as this could lead to infection. Question 45. Your vehicle has stalled in the middle of a level crossing. What should you do if the warning bells start to ring while you're trying to restart the engine? Answer is A. Get out of the car and clear of the crossing. If the warning bells ring, leave the vehicle and get any passengers well clear of the crossing immediately. Question 46. What should you do to reduce the risk of your vehicle catching fire? Answer is D. Check out any strong smell of fuel. The fuel in your vehicle can be a dangerous fire hazard. If you smell fuel, check out where it's coming from. Never use a naked flame near the vehicle if you can smell fuel or smoke when refueling your vehicle. Question 47. What should you do if your vehicle catches fire while you're driving through a tunnel? Answer is B. Drive it out of the tunnel if it's safe to do so. If it's possible, and you can do so without causing further danger, it may be safer to drive a vehicle that's on fire out of a tunnel. The greatest danger in a tunnel fire is smoke and suffocation. Question 48. What does it mean if your trailer has a maximum authorized mass, MAM, of 3,500 kilograms? Answer is A. Your trailer and load combined cannot weigh more than 3,500 kilograms. The MAM of the trailer is stamped on the plate fitted to the chassis. It is the maximum weight of the trailer and load that the manufacturer has designed it to carry. Do not load your trailer so that it exceeds this maximum weight. Question 49. Which sign can be used together with this plate? Answer is D. The roundabout sign. The following plate can be used together with roundabout or bend signs. Question 50. What does this sign mean? Answer is B. Trams crossing the road ahead. This sign warns you of trams crossing the road ahead. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. And you want to support us, you just go to our channel and click on the join button to join our channel membership, link in the description. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 1. What should you do as you approach this bridge? Answer is B. Slow down. You should slow down and be cautious. Hump bridges are often narrow and there may not be enough room for you to pass an oncoming vehicle at this point. Also, there's no footpath, so be aware of pedestrians in the road. Question 2. You're on a long motorway journey. What should you do if you start to feel sleepy? Answer is D. Leave the motorway and stop in a safe place. If you feel sleepy, you should leave the motorway at a service area or at the next exit and stop in a safe place to rest. A supply of fresh air can help to keep you alert before you reach the exit, but it isn't a substitute for stopping and resting. Question 3. What should you do when you move off from behind a parked car? Answer is D. Look around before moving off. Before moving off, you should use both the interior and exterior mirrors to check that the road is clear. Look around to check the blind spots and, if necessary, give a signal to warn other road users of your intentions. Also look well ahead as you'll have to steer out into the road to pass the parked car. Question 4. How can drivers help the environment? Answer is C. By accelerating gently. Rapid acceleration and heavy braking lead to increased fuel consumption and wear on your vehicle. Having your vehicle serviced regularly will maintain its efficiency, produce cleaner emissions and reduce the risk of a breakdown. Question 5. What can you do to reduce environmental damage caused by your vehicle? Answer is B. Avoid making a lot of short journeys. Avoid using your car for short journeys. On a short journey, The engine is unlikely to warm up fully and will therefore be running less efficiently. This will result in the car using more fuel and emitting higher levels of harmful emissions. Question 6. When is fuel consumption at its highest? Answer is A. When you're accelerating. Accelerating uses a lot of fuel, so always try to use the accelerator smoothly. Taking your foot off the accelerator allows the momentum of the car to take you forward, especially when going downhill. This can save a considerable amount of fuel without any loss of control over the vehicle. Question 7. What should you do when you're driving in snowy conditions? Answer is B. Brake gently in plenty of time. In snowy conditions, be careful with the steering, accelerator and brakes. Braking sharply while you're driving on snow is likely to make your car skid. Question 8. What lights should you use when you're driving on a wet motorway and vehicles are throwing up surface spray? Answer is A. Dipped headlights. When surface spray reduces visibility, switch on your headlights on dipped beam. This will help other road users to see you. Question 9. What should you do if the red lights start flashing as you approach a level crossing? Answer is C. Stop before the barrier. At level crossings, the red lights flash before and while the barrier is down. At most crossings, an amber light will precede the red lights. You must stop behind the white line unless you've already crossed it when the amber light comes on. Don't be tempted to zigzag around half barriers. Question 10. A driver's behavior has upset you. How can you get over this incident safely? Answer is A. Stop and take a break. If you feel yourself becoming tense or upset, stop in a safe place and take a break. Tiredness can make things worse and may cause a different reaction to upsetting situations. Question 11. Why are place names painted on the road surface? Answer is C. To help you select the correct lane in good time. The names of towns and cities may be painted on the road at busy junctions and complex road systems. They guide you into the correct lane in good time, allowing traffic to flow more freely. Question 12. You're invited to a pub lunch. What should you do if you know that you'll have to drive in the evening? Answer is B. Don't drink any alcohol at all. Alcohol will stay in your body for several hours and may make you unfit to drive later in the day. Drinking during the day will also affect your performance at work or study. Question 13. What can seriously reduce your ability to concentrate? Answer is A. Drugs. Both recreational drugs and prescribed medicine can affect your concentration. It's also an offense to drive with certain drugs in your body, and a positive test could lead to a conviction. Question 14. You're driving a car fitted with automatic transmission. When would you use kickdown? Answer is B. To accelerate quickly. Kick down selects a lower gear, enabling the vehicle to accelerate faster. Question 15. Why do motorcyclists use dipped headlights in daylight? Answer is A. So that the rider can be seen more easily. A motorcycle can be lost from sight behind another vehicle. The use of headlights helps to make it more conspicuous and therefore more easily seen. Question 16. You've just passed your driving test. How can you reduce your risk of being involved in a collision? Answer is B. By taking further training. New drivers and riders are often involved in a collision or incident early in their driving career. Due to a lack of experience, they may not react to hazards appropriately. Approved training courses are offered by driver and rider training schools for people who have passed their test but want extra training. Question 17. You're traveling on a narrow section of road. What should you do if a horse rider ahead is riding in the center of the lane? Answer is C. Stay behind and allow them to ride in this position. On narrow sections of road, horse riders may ride in the center of the lane. This is for their own safety as it makes them more visible. You should be patient and only pass when it's safe to do so. Question 18. You're about to reverse into a side road. What should you do if a pedestrian is waiting to cross behind your car? Answer is B. Give way to the pedestrian. If you need to reverse into a side road, try to find a place that's free from traffic and pedestrians. Look all around before and during the maneuver. Stop and give way to any pedestrians who want to cross behind you. Avoid waving them across, sounding the horn, flashing your lights or giving any signals that could mislead them and create a dangerous situation. Question 19. Which road users are most difficult to see when you're reversing your car? Answer is C. Children. It may not be possible to see a small child through the rear windscreen of your vehicle. Be aware of this before you reverse. If there are children about, get out and check that it's clear before reversing. Question 20. You're following a long vehicle approaching a crossroads. What should you do if the driver signals right but moves close to the left-hand curb? Answer is D. Wait behind the long vehicle. When a long vehicle is going to turn right, it may need to keep close to the left-hand curb. This is to prevent the rear end of the trailer cutting the corner. You need to be aware of how long vehicles behave in such situations. Don't overtake the lorry, because it could turn as you're alongside. Stay behind and wait for it to turn. Question 21. Why should drivers be more careful on roads where trams also operate? Answer is C. Because trams can't steer to avoid obstructions. You should take extra care when you first encounter trams. You'll have to get used to dealing with a different traffic system. Be aware that trams can accelerate and travel very quickly, and they can't change direction to avoid obstructions. Question 22. What should you do while you're driving or riding along a motorway? Answer is B. Look much further ahead than you would on other roads. Traffic on motorways usually travels faster than on other roads. You need to be looking further ahead to give yourself more time to react to any hazard that may develop. Question 23. What's the national speed limit for a car or motorcycle on a motorway? Answer is C. 70 miles per hour. The national speed limit for a car or motorcycle on a motorway is 70 miles per hour. Lower speed limits may be in force, for example, at roadworks. Variable speed limits also operate in some areas when the motorway is very busy. Cars or motorcycles towing trailers are subject to a lower speed limit. Question 24. You're on a motorway. What does it mean if a red cross is showing above the hard shoulder and mandatory speed limits above all other lanes? Answer is A. The hard shoulder is for emergency or breakdown use only. A red cross above the hard shoulder shows that it's closed as a running lane and should only be used for emergencies or breakdowns. On some motorways, the hard shoulder may be used as a running lane at busy times. This will be shown by a mandatory speed limit on the gantry above the hard shoulder. Question 25. What's the speed limit for a car towing a trailer on a motorway? Answer is C. 60 miles per hour. If you're towing a small, light trailer, it won't reduce your vehicle's performance by very much and it may not be visible in your mirrors. However, strong winds or buffeting from large vehicles might cause the trailer to snake from side to side. Be aware of your speed and don't exceed the reduced speed limit imposed on vehicles towing trailers. Question 26. Your vehicle breaks down on a motorway and you manage to stop on the hard shoulder. What should you do if you use your mobile phone to call for help? Answer is A. Check your location from the nearest marker posts beside the hard shoulder. You should use an emergency telephone when you break down on the motorway. Only use your mobile if this isn't possible. The emergency services need to know your exact location so they can reach you as quickly as possible. Look for a number on the nearest marker post beside the hard shoulder. Give this number when you call the emergency services. Question 27. In England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, what will the speed limit usually be where you can see streetlights but no speed limit signs? Answer is B. 30 miles per hour. In England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, the presence of streetlights generally indicates that there's a 30 miles per hour speed limit, unless signs tell you otherwise. In Wales, street lights indicate a 20 miles per hour limit unless signs show otherwise. Question 28. Who has priority at an unmarked crossroads? Answer is B. No one has priority. Practice good observation in all directions before you emerge or make a turn. Proceed only when you're sure it's safe to do so. Question 29. What should you do when you park at night on a road that has a 40 miles per hour speed limit? Answer is C. Leave parking lights switched on. You must use parking lights when parking at night on a road or in a lay-by on a road with a speed limit greater than 30 miles per hour. You must also park in the direction of the traffic flow and not close to a junction. Question 30. When may you drive a car in this bus lane? Answer is A. Outside its hours of operation. Some bus lanes operate only during peak hours and other vehicles may use them outside these hours. Make sure you check the sign for the hours of operation before driving in a bus lane. Question 31. When are you allowed to park in a parking bay for disabled drivers? Answer is A. When you have a blue badge. Don't park in a space reserved for disabled people unless you or your passenger are a blue badge holder. The badge must be displayed on the dashboard or fascia panel, where it can be clearly read through the front windscreen. Question 32. Which sign means no motor vehicles allowed? Answer is D. This sign is used to enable pedestrians to walk free from traffic. It's often found in shopping areas. Question 33. What does this sign mean? Answer is B. Pass either side to get to the same destination. These signs are often seen in one-way streets that have more than one lane. When you see this sign, use the route that's the most convenient and doesn't require a late change of direction. Question 34. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. Risk of ice. It will take up to 10 times longer to stop when it's icy. Where there's a risk of icy conditions, you need to be aware of this and take extra care. If you think the road may be icy, don't brake or steer harshly, as your tires could lose their grip on the road. Question 35. What does this sign mean? Answer is C. Give way to trams. Obey the give way signs. Trams are unable to steer around you if you misjudge when it's safe to enter the junction. Question 36. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. No through road on the left. This sign shows you that you can't get through to another route by turning left at the junction ahead. Question 37. What should you do when you see this sign at a crossroads? Answer is C. Carry on with great care. When traffic lights are out of order, treat the junction as an unmarked crossroads. Be very careful and be prepared to stop. No one has priority. Question 38. What's the reason for the hatched area along the center of this road? Answer is A. It separates traffic flowing in opposite directions. Areas of hatched markings such as these separate traffic streams that could be a danger to each other. They're often seen on bends or where the road becomes narrow. If the area is bordered by a solid white line, You mustn't enter it except in an emergency. Question 39. When may you use hazard warning lights while you're driving? Answer is D. On a motorway or unrestricted dual carriageway, to warn of a hazard ahead. When there's queuing traffic ahead and you have to slow down or even stop, briefly showing your hazard warning lights will help alert the traffic behind to the hazard. Question 40. In order to supervise a learner driver, you need to have held a full driving license for the same category of vehicle for at least 3 years. What other requirement must you meet? Answer is C. To be at least 21 years old. Learner drivers benefit by combining professional driving lessons with private practice. However, you need to be at least 21 years old and have held your driving license for at least 3 years before you can supervise a learner driver. Question 41. You're the first person to arrive at an incident where people are badly injured. You've switched on your hazard warning lights and checked all engines are stopped. What else should you do? Answer is A. Make sure that an ambulance has been called. If you're the first to arrive at a crash scene, the first concerns are the risk of further collision and fire. Ensuring that vehicle engines are switched off will reduce the risk of fire. Use hazard warning lights so that other traffic knows there's a need for caution. Make sure the emergency services are contacted. Don't assume it's already been done. Question 42. At an incident, how could you help a casualty who has stopped breathing? Answer is B. Follow the DRABC code. The DRABC code has been devised by medical experts to give the best outcome until the emergency services arrive and take care of casualties. Question 43. What information should you share if you're involved in a collision that causes damage to another vehicle? Answer is C. Your name, address, and vehicle registration number. Try to keep calm and don't rush. Make sure that you've shared all the relevant details with the other driver before you leave the scene. If possible, take pictures and note the positions of all the vehicles involved. Question 44. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. Traffic signals ahead. This sign indicates traffic signals ahead. Question 45. What does this sign mean? Answer is A. End of temporary restrictions. This sign indicates an end of temporary restrictions. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. And you want to support us, you just go to our channel and click on the join button to join our channel membership, link in the description. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 46. What does this sign mean? Answer is B. Roundabout. This sign indicates a roundabout. Question 47. What does this sign show? Answer is D. Temporary maximum speed. This sign shows the temporary maximum speed advised for prevailing traffic conditions. Question 48. You are coming up to a junction and see the following sign. What does it mean? Answer is B. It's a T-junction. This is a warning sign and it tells you that you are at a T-junction. Question 49. You are traveling along a road and spot this sign. What does it tell you? Answer is B. No pedestrians. A red circle indicates prohibition. The sign tells you that no pedestrians are allowed. Question 50. What must you do when you see this sign? Answer is C. Stop. You must always stop when you see this sign. If there is more than one railway line over an automatic crossing, this signal will also flash and the sound of the audible warning will change if another train is approaching. For more practice and updates, click on the video you're watching on the screen. Keep building your confidence and get closer to passing your theory test. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.